What up, everybody? Since Raising Kanan Season 1, we've been wondering when young Ghost and Tommy were going to be introduced and how it would happen, as well as Tommy's mother, Kate Egan, because we know she plays a significant role in both Tommy and Ghost's lives and childhood. But I believe that Kate Egan has already been low-key introduced on Raising Kanan Season 3, Episode 3, under our noses, because the credits of that episode reads Tamala Backinson as Kate, and a simple Google search of Tamala Backinson, and we find a young white lady with red hair who could definitely pass as a young Kate Egan. So a girl named Kate with red hair is on Raising Kanan that didn't even have a speaking line, but yet her name gets put in the credits anyway. I don't think this just happens to be a coincidence at all. But doing my best Kane Tejada impression and putting two and two together, I must say that that is Kate Egan. I had to go through the episode a few times to even confirm where this Kate character was even introduced at, because the fact her role was so small and insignificant. But what I found is that she was in attendance at Club View when Lou first showed up and met Shirley. There was a group on stage performing, two young rappers, who some said was Das Effect, and Lou was really enjoying this performance, while throwing back some drinks. But while these two kids were performing, there was a man who didn't appreciate rap music and started yelling nasty stuff and telling them to put on some real music. Lou went up to this man and told him to show some respect, but this man didn't show any respect. Instead, he told Lou to get the fuck out of his face, and when he stood up, Lou knocked him out and started beating him down until someone pulled him off the man. As a result, Lou went to jail and wasn't able to show up to Jukebox's audition for the group Butter. But the man who Lou beat down that night had a date with him, and that date was none other than the character who they called Kate. But even though Kate didn't have a speaking part in this scene and it only lasted a few seconds, it still gives us significant details into Kate and Tommy's backstory because the fact that Kate was with a man, and we have never seen her with a man on the current Power timeline. This probably also shows the type of man that Kate was used to dating. At this point in the timeline, Kate would be in her upper 20s, getting close to turning 30. Likely, she was still working as a stripper and dated men that she met at the strip club. With that said, I believe Kate likely lived a very promiscuous lifestyle and could have possibly had a lot of men in and out of her house while Tommy was growing up, shaping Tommy into the person he ultimately became. I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy even had to fight several of the men that Kate was messing with when he was a kid, and this could have also played a factor into why Kate would leave Tommy abandoned sometimes, likely abandoning him to spend time with a man. Also, keep in mind that Kate was a full-blown cokehead, so because of that, the men she dated likely also had substance abuse issues. And like Marvin once said about Tony Deep, that she'll let you fuck all night for an 8-ball, I'm sure Kate was very similar. And like a lot of females who are addicted to cocaine, I wouldn't put it past her selling cat or sucking dick for money to get it. In Power, Tommy Egan has the highest body count with around 60 kills to his name. But the phrase body count doesn't just refer to how many people someone has killed. It could also be used interchangeably with how many sexual partners somebody's had. But so far in Power, we've seen characters catching a lot more bodies as in kills than they do in bodies as in sexual partners. I think the character with the highest body count in regards to partners in the Power universe is Tariq with 5. So Tommy leads the Power universe with 60 kills, and Tariq leads the Power universe with 5 sexual partners. But in real life, if someone killed 5 people, they would almost be considered a serial killer. But at the same time, having 60 sexual partners is a lot more common. I said all that to say this, that just like Tommy has the most kills in the Power universe, I think his mother Kate will be very promiscuous and have the most partners in the Power universe, selling cat and doing whatever she got to do to get her cocaine. And like I said, all this will play a key factor in the development of Tommy Egan and him becoming the man he became. Because keep in mind that Tommy never actually had a serious relationship his entire life until he met Holly. But at the same time, Ghost once said that Tommy had more in the pound. Was Tommy taken after his mother, Kate? And did he choose not to be in a relationship because he didn't trust females after seeing how his mother moved? Not to mention Tommy had a strange infatuation with redheads growing up, like Angela said. This definitely might have come from having to protect his mother from men all the time. And because of how close he was with his mother, might have been why Tommy never felt like he wanted to be in a real relationship. Also in this episode 303, the episode when Kate's name was in the credits, and she was likely also briefly introduced at Club View, this was also the episode when we got the Tommy Egan Easter egg. This was the episode when Rock was talking about buying the strip mall, and the realtor was showing her the location, and the name Tommy was spray painted on the building. I think that Easter egg pretty much confirms that the Kate that was introduced in this episode was indeed his mother, Kate Egan. In addition to that, the episode 303 was also the episode where Kanan set up the courier service, where there was two couriers that resembled a young Tommy in Ghost. Either though I do feel like this is a possibility, at the same time in the credits where it says the name Kate, a few lines under that also says the kid we thought might have been Ghost, that his name is Crank. That gives me reason to doubt that he's Ghost, because we never heard of Ghost having a nickname in the past like Crank in Power. But now that Kate has been unofficially introduced into the Raising Kanan timeline, the next question is how her and her son Tommy Egan will be officially introduced. Because we do know that they likely live near the strip mall that Rock bought. One scenario could be that Rock catches Tommy vandalizing her strip mall, then takes him home to his mother Kate to tell her what he's been doing to try to get her to stop Tommy from vandalizing the strip mall. Kate could also get introduced as a customer at one of the stores in Rock's strip mall, possibly getting her hair done at the same beauty salon. There's also a chance she could return to Club View now that Lou is working there and potentially soon to become the owner. She might say she remembers him and thank him for beating up that jerk she was with that night. Kate and Lou might even end up hooking up. And before I go, I want to bring up the man that Lou beat up the night who Kate was with at Club View. Even though I don't believe this myself, I do think there's a small possibility, and I want to bring it up for entertainment purposes. But what if the man that Lou beat up that night was none other than Tony Teresi himself? I don't think it was him because from what I know, Kate and Tony didn't have anything more to do with each other after Tommy was just a baby. But at the same time, there's a small chance that they would continue to see each other from time to time, and that was him that Lulu beat up that night. And if that was in fact Tony Teresi, that could definitely come back into play in the future because he would definitely want revenge against Lou for beating him up and embarrassing him like that. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.